We only need a few ingredients to create excellent henna paste. Body art quality henna powder, lemon juice or water, high terp oils, and sugar. For this mini batch of henna, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of henna powder. I'm using Body Art Quality Aura, which is an organic Rajasthani henna powder with a beautiful sift and a brilliant stringy texture. It doesn't really matter the order that you add your ingredients in. I'm going to add sugar next. I'm in Florida where it's very humid, so I'm going to use a small amount of sugar, a half a teaspoon. Sugar has a number of benefits for your henna paste. It makes the henna stick to the skin better, it takes longer to dry, and the henna stays flexible. All of these can lead to better color for your henna. For 2 tablespoons of henna powder, I'll add 1 teaspoon of high terp essential oils. Terps, or monoterpenal alcohols, act as a solvent to the lost zone in the henna. This allows more dye to bond with the keratin in your skin, thus giving you much better color. My favorite oils to use are equal amounts of lavender and tea tree oils. They're some of the best terps available. They're safe to use on the skin and unlikely to be allergens. People are already familiar with them, and they smell divine when mixed together. For the main liquid in the henna, I'm going to use lemon juice. You can use water, but lemon juice has a slower dye release. That creates a nice, stable henna paste. I also find lemon juice mixes freeze really well. To get to your final texture, a good starting point is equal parts liquid to henna powder. I'll mix this together really well, then set it aside for dye release. This nice thick paste is perfect for awaiting dye release. While the henna is releasing dye, the sugar is going to melt completely in the henna and pull moisture from the air around it. This can make your henna soupy if you start with a thin henna. We want the henna to dye release, then tweak it to a final texture after the dye has been completely released and the sugar has already done its thing. We'll cover the paste with plastic wrap and set the henna aside for 8 to 24 hours. An optional test for dye release is to add a paper towel on top of the plastic wrap. Dye molecules will pass through the plastic and stain the paper towel orange. Okay, I'll see you in about 12 hours. Let's check for dye release. Check out this brilliant orange stain. We're also going to look for this dark skin on top of the henna paste. Ooh, look at that. We are ready to go. Now we'll remix the henna and tweak the texture. Note that we haven't added any more liquid to the henna. This is just the henna after it's dye released. That is the henna as we left it. Again, we've added no extra liquid to this. The henna is still a little bit thick for use, so I'm going to have to tweak the texture. But look at that fabulous string. Look how elastic and wonderful this henna is. To tweak the texture, I'm going to add more lemon juice or water, a 1/4 teaspoon at a time, until I get to my preferred texture. Still a tad thick. One more 1/4 teaspoon and it'll be perfect. Look at that. Brilliant. Perfection. Slightly thicker for our Florida weather. We do have to worry about extreme heat and humidity melting our henna, so I never like to make it too thin, and if you're going to freeze it, I like the henna to be a tad thicker than I actually want it, and then it always turns out perfect. I hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe for more.